Mirabelle! Lynn! Mirabelle, it's been way too long, my friend. Can't hear you. I'm not hearing your voice. Speak again, Mirabelle? No, no voice. I can hear Lynn tapping on the keyboard, so I think hers is working.
Ooh, I've been found out.
Happy,
Okay, how about now?
oh, that's perfect.
I think I accidentally muted myself.
Do you have Ontario Day, Lynn, or what do you have?
Well, in Ontario, it's called Bytown Day.
Okay, because we're BC Day today.
Yeah. So I think every province and territory has a day today except Quebec.
Oh, okay.
They have a late June something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The Bastille Day, maybe?
Something, yeah. How are you, Mirabelle?
I'm great. And
I saw
yourself?
a whole stream of about 16 texts from...
Liana?
Yeah, I don't know why I was included in those, but anyway.
I don't know either, but, you know, yeah. Just go with the flow. I'm not quite sure.
She messaged me on Friday.
Over the weekend? Yeah.
Saturday, because she wanted to see all the ads that Andrea was running. I went, you have an ad manager account, just go look.
Right.
And she said it was blank. And I was absolutely sure we created it out of her personal profile because it's on her credit card.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she couldn't see it, but anyway.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't know.
She can now, apparently.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, I think how you got brought into that string is because the initial, remember you changed setup in order for it to be set up in a better way back. So that was the only thing that we thought, okay, well, maybe there's a certain setting. So anyway, that's how you got brought into that one. I don't know about today's, but.
I haven't read it. My phone's dinging like crazy. So
Jennifer's here.
Hey, Mirabelle.
Hi.
Hey, girls.
Hi.
We're matching color alignment today.
I know. Look at this. We got our dark hair and our cool headset and our magic glasses.
All right.
When you don't have a house full of kids, you can just do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need it.
It is so hot in here, and I have the door closed and the fan off, so it's quieter because the kids are in the pool.
Do you have a white screen or something behind you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I have very special lighting.
Yeah, I have my lighting just because I have a light behind me, or else you would see light going this way. But anyway, we're here.
Yay!
Who's leading? Are you leading, Jennifer?
I will say a couple things, and I'll turn it over to you.
Okay.
Okay, so Jonathan, meet Mirabelle. Mirabelle, meet Jonathan.
We know each other.
I know you do.
My bud, I was enlightened today that you're doing the social media. Jonathan, I'm all, oh my gosh, Jonathan's the one doing your social media? I didn't know. And so that's the goal today. We briefly chatted. Was clarity was key. Like, hey, let's do a quick powwow. And then because the webinar is like Wednesday and what's happening next. So anyway, that was the goal and how you came in. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad. So here we are. Okay, back to you, Jennifer.
I think you're in charge.
Okay. So the goal was just to
right now the ads are all to the book. Or are they more?
No, we have two sets. I mean, we have a bunch of campaigns running, but the two main places, we've got the ebook that started a couple weeks back.
I've seen that.
So everything was going to the ebook, and then the next string was the ebook is still running because it's performing, but only a little bit of the budget is going there, and most of it's going to the webinar. And so that's the goal. From here is to send to the webinar, and then from there update the pages that would go to the next one that's available. And then once the webinar is complete, sending straight to sales page for the event. So that's kind of the flow. We just wanted to, this morning when we were talking and checking in, I was checking about any postings on the page about, because I know right now the page is going straight to the event. So I was curious about, I don't see postings happening for the webinar, and is that part of the plan? And
I don't have on my calendar.
Yeah, so Petra is Petra, who's not here, but Jonathan's recording the call for her. She does the social media posts, and so
Okay.
Lynn's really been our sort of our go-between person to make sure that Petra gets the dates for when the calls are happening. And we have a whole thing with the discounts decreasing, like an early bird, a super early bird, and an early bird. So Lynn's been our kind of go-between person to make sure that Petra knows when that stuff is, so she can make matching posts. But we've, because we're really at crunch time here with 6 weeks out, so it was a good time to meet and make sure that it's all coordinated, because I think that there's a lot of. So anyway, the point for today is, number one is to make sure that she knows when that is, so that she has what she needs. Also, our Infusionsoft team and Lynn know what it is that you want to do going forward, because if there's different campaigns that people are need to be in, we need to know that, because right now, if you opt in people into the ebook, we have to use a different link, obviously,
right.
And we have to change all the copy on the webinar invitation, but not all the copy, but the dates and stuff. And then the third one is just to put our heads together and see what things we're missing, because I feel like I've got so much stuff that I've got Facebook Lives that could be used. I've got tons of stuff. So just sort of a strategic direction would be great.
Okay. So where do you want to start? In all of that, I feel like Len and I pre-met about just kind of the flow. So I know that all of that's running and was preset about ebook and making sure anybody that came in through ebook were fully aware, and there's a string as far as being invited to the webinar. So I know all that's flowing. And then webinar, we know, obviously they know exactly when that's happening. The only thing that has to change is that once the webinar, I know it's Wednesday morning, right? 9 a.m. that ideally, however you need to do that, Lynn, that the page is updated, that it goes to whatever the next offering is. And I don't know when you would do that, so that the links, or if we need to shut the ads down and then start again, but ideally we never want to shut them off, because they get traction and we don't want to stop that. So if the pages are updated, maybe, 8 a.m. or, again, because I don't know the team and what's the time they would need to do that. I know Len would know when is the time they could update them, so that there's a new date and the new string is giving them that new information. Is there, how's that?
It shouldn't be too hard, because it's a date change on the opt-in page.
Yeah.
And then a date change on the date timer, and then there's a date and time change on the confirmation email. And that could all be done within, half an hour. And then obviously all the rest of the follow-up emails have to be changed, but we have an extra day because the next one doesn't roll out for a whole day. Right?
I will have to, theoretically, yes. I need to double check the sequencing, because I know that anyone who opts in later than because the last thing that goes out 1 hour before the preview call is the email that goes out to everyone who has signed up for the preview call, giving them the actual login information. So if someone's like 1 minute after that, they're not going to get that email, because it's based on a set time, not on a delay timer from when they register for the preview call. It's just the way Infusionsoft was set up with this particular campaign. And the other thing I'd have to figure out is what happens for anyone who opts in for the preview call after the preview call, so that they drop into the Encore invitation process. Because again, that's an after they've opted into the preview call, but I'm not sure whether the sequencing is going to work. I'll have to ask Jack.
Yeah. Well, you let us know what we need to do. Right now, we're just going to send to the link that yeah. And then you just have to let me know. We can, by then, just use one single page. We don't have to split test anymore. The only reason we haven't picked a winner is because they're close. Let me see. If we needed to pick a winner, version 1 is the winner. But when they're like 1 or 2% away, to me, it's not a clear winner. It's like a few opt-ins can change that. It's not like 5 or 10%, which for me makes a big difference.
And then I guess
like
the next
4
question-
opt-ins difference from the pages. So anyway, we can declare a winner and just stick to one page if that helps anything, but you just have to tell us what
So
now.
what are they winning? Sorry.
What's that?
What are they winning?
Well, we're split testing 2 pages. That's what I mean.
So the win just means a conversion rather than actually getting something? Okay.
Yeah, no, we just declare a winner in lead pages, so then it'll stop running the other one. So all that being said, I guess you'll have to let us know what we need to do as far as the ebook. If it's simplest to just turn it off, because I know they're getting the sequence that basically leads them to webinar. So you have to let me know if it's easier for us to just turn it off tomorrow, we do that.
The ebook.
Yeah, because it was preset all leading to this webinar. And if it's a simple thing to keep going, you know what I mean? You tell us as far as that one.
Well,
Right
I
now,
know at the lead pages level, it's dead simple because all we have to do is change the date and the time from the live preview call to the encore time and call.
right.
What I'm unsure about is how to make the campaign continue to support that, because it's not structured that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be simple, it may be not. I'm not being too soft wizard, so I'll have to ask Jeff.
All right. Okay, so we'll wait to hear from you on that and the ebook, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so other than that, I think when it comes to social media, Jennifer and I were checking in as far as the game plan of how the organic social media can support the efforts this week. And any thoughts that you have about, postings, and I know Petra's in charge, but as far as what's your recommendations? It is Wednesday, and I figured there would be time for the posting.
Petra may have, because I've been in Texas for the last 4
Yeah, I know. I saw you guys' pictures.
Petra may know way more about this than me, but I don't know how much direction she's received. Lynn, what do you know?
Not a huge amount for me, because I may have been under a this is my sort of delve into Facebook promoting. So because on my email, my Facebook, I'm getting like peppered with all these Facebook ads, which is exactly what it's supposed to be doing. I didn't know if it was overkill, so I hadn't been telling Petra to be.
I don't think she's had a lot of instruction around this, to be truthful, because I didn't know about it.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that they were supposed to be going concurrently. I thought it was one or the other.
No, we definitely want to, and because the page itself, like all of these, of course, we're paying for them for the Facebook ads, but the page itself doesn't have any postings that are happening. You know what I mean? So that she can get free traffic.
I'm looking at the posts that she scheduled for last week, and
so it'll just support.
There's nothing. There's
No,
nothing.
I honestly, I don't think we've given her direction, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I may be out of the loop, but I wasn't aware of it, because.
Yeah, that's partly my misunderstanding. So I can send her. Well, she could certainly do one tomorrow or 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do that.
And maybe you could do like a call in 1 hour on. Actually, you want to do it 2 hours, because if you're going to link, you want them to get the teleseminar link on Wednesday itself.
Jennifer, do you have a short Facebook Live video that you're promoting for Wednesday that we could use as a post?
I can make one.
I would. And we could boost that too, and then have the sign-up box actually caption it and put the sign-up box with the post, so that they watch the video and then sign up.
It is 9 a.m. on Pacific time on Wednesday, so it would be a very early post for anyone.
Well, ideally, it'd be like tomorrow, don't you think?
Have to be.
Tomorrow's a big day. I mean, 9 a.m.
Everybody in Canada is off today anyway, but obviously it's not the same in the US. But so it's not a business day here at all.
You want me to make? Okay, just tell me what you want me to make, and I'll make it.
I just want a 30-second are you joining me on Wednesday at 9 a.m.? I want to show you some stuff that you just cannot afford to miss. And also on that call, I'm going to make you an offer that will just rock your fourth quarter.
Would it be worth doing it without the date and time on it? Because then we could reuse it before the encore call as well? Or is it better to keep it really specific?
I'd probably remake it.
Yeah.
Make it much more personal for Wednesday.
Because there's urgency when you say it's happening tomorrow. Have you signed up to find out, whatever, I don't know, it's free, compelling, how to make compelling offers. I don't know the title off the top of my head, but it's a great title. So it's already telling you exactly the transformation that they're going to access.
Yeah.
You want me to shoot it live?
I would shoot it live and then we'll caption it, we'll edit it, we'll caption it, and then we'll boost it.
Okay.
Would you agree, Maribel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then what's the call to action inside the video?
Register for the free training. Yeah.
So you could be literally doing because the box is going to be underneath you.
Yeah, we want them to register for the free masterclass, free workshop.
Got it.
And then include the title and why it's so powerful, right?
Okay. Yep. Got it. No problem.
So if I'm sending instructions to Petra, well, are you going to pass this along, Jonathan, or do you want me to update the content map? In which case, which would be more powerful? If we're doing one or two, just using.
Well, I'm going to send Petra this video, but if you can send her what you've got by email as well, that would be awesome.
Okay.
And then I know we have images, because I know images are powerful. I think you guys have all of those, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I put them up in her area, but I can't remember for sure. I'll double check right after the call.
Okay.
And then on Wednesday or Thursday, I could shoot another one for Monday's encore.
So Monday is the encore.
I'm not going to call it an encore.
What time on Monday?
3:30 Pacific. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'll shoot another one on Thursday.
What about, just as an added bonus, hey, for people who attend live on the call, you're going to pick one person to do some laser coaching with?
I am doing laser coaching with one person on the call.
So then you'll want to tell them. You got to be on live, by the way, because I'm going to pick one person, right?
Yep.
Add that to the script.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I didn't know you can do that, but it's exactly the right thing to do.
Is that in the email somewhere? I know it's like
it is.
Probably I have it, but I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, those people that I laser coach always buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, awesome. Cool. Anything else?
Time for more of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out after the live call on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
That there's going to have to be a few things that Jeff is going to have to switch at Infusionsoft, but he's on holidays. So he's working in evenings, but not during the day. So can we suspend any ads and promotions from on Wednesday? So that there's
pause
time.
The ads? You want to pause the ads?
Well, I'm asking, does that make sense? Because otherwise I'm not sure how they're going to drop. Unless I can get Jeff to figure out how to drop things, like send things, if for anyone who joins as of Tuesday night. He's only available in the evenings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if you'll let me know, I mean, either way, like, hey, he can't do anything, and then we pause the ads at 8:30 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah. If he can come up with a solution where, anyone who drops into the campaign as of Tuesday evening, that it drops into something that's going to resolve everything so that everything can continue going.
Mm-hmm.
Then that would be the ideal, so that I wouldn't have to, but I just don't know what the solution is going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you're saying you're going to let me know by Tuesday evening, no matter what. Okay, that way we're prepared. Okay. All right. Sounds good. So then you have the encore that's happening Monday, and then And then Jennifer, isn't there another rollout? Because I'm
Yeah.
part of that next one.
Yep.
What would be the game plan there? Is it a matter of the page will, all of that will get worked out logistically so that after Monday, there's a new date again that's happening on there? And you want to keep things rolling if we find that, like tentatively, that way we kind of know. If there's a webinar, ideally it's always a webinar first, right? Because you have the opportunity to do strategy sessions. Once webinars are all done, ideally, then we're just sending straight to the page because there's no more activity. It's just like, here's your opportunity, right?
Yeah. Well, as of right now, the offer for strategy sessions will be this week's call and this coming encore.
Yes.
The 26th were 4 weeks from the event. So I was going to go to a sales page. I was going to do my preview call to a sales page on the 26th.
Yep.
And the 30th. No. Yes. 26th and the 30th.
Okay.
I mean, I could do exactly the same call twice.
Right.
But I
and
was
just
go
the
to
call to action will go to the sales page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know that, so then logistically, then once, just so we're a step ahead from Monday, ideally that same link will send to page that will be the call that happens on the 26th.
All right, so then my question for you, Jennifer, is because it's a totally different topic, do we
it is? It's called something different?
Well, I had given her a different title, just to attract a different crowd of people. It's the same, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's basically
then we would just change the title.
It's basically the same content.
We would change image title. We would change landing page title.
Does that make sense, Maribel? I mean, it's very similar. It's right now. It's how to make clear, compelling offers that sell. And the new title is
3 keys to something or other.
3 keys to raise your fees or something like that.
Cool. Well, it would be a good test to see how it does. Well, then ideally we can do ideally we would do new sets for that. We wouldn't touch that other page because then we're going to mess up conversion with the new title and all that.
Okay.
Like the stats, you know what I mean? We would want to compare it and be accurate. So then really we would need to clone the page, change whatever the best page, change the title, and if there's any copy change, and then have new images for that. It would be like a whole nother campaign.
Okay.
Now on when I say campaign, I'm saying ad campaign for us because we need a new link and the new page. I know it feels so complicated on a Monday afternoon. I just like to kind of know the game plan.
Well, do you think it's worthwhile to change the title to see how it does compared to the other title? Or do we just run it all again? Because
I think it is worthwhile to test another title, but
okay, I think so too.
For us, it's not a big deal.
It's not okay,
and it's not another link. It's just I know that means a lot of other things. As far as campaign wise, you probably have a bunch of stuff preset. We just need to know it's a matter of probably cloning a page unless you have one, but the pages are doing better than in the past, so we would probably clone the best one, put the new title, if there's any other copy, and then we'd use whatever link that is on our ads.
Okay.
That's what it means for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for us, we have to just...
If you're talking about just cloning and replacing the title and maybe, some of the bullet points, that's something Jeff's going to do. If you're talking about a more significant redesign, then I need to pull Zoran in because that's not Jeff's bailiwick. So
I like to keep things simple, especially when we don't have a lot of time. And I feel like the page is doing great.
Well, and on the back end for us, it is different. The emails are different. It's not just a bullet point change because the content, the stick videos and everything, they're all new. I mean, they're not new. We've run this campaign before. But it's not the same content. I don't want my list to get the same content twice. So it's new content.
Yeah. No, the pages are nice and clean. So then I think it's easy. This is why I love to have a designer just design some good pages and then leave them alone. And then we change text because I prefer to just clone and then have, who is it? Jeff, you said? Jeff or whoever would clone it, put the new copy on, and then give us the link that you're going to use, a really clean link. whatever links you have to choose from, a clean link, not a lead page link that we need to use, and then that's what we use for the ads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when are you, in the ideal scenario, if the encore call for the first title is Monday,
Mm-hmm.
you want to launch this new set of ads as of Tuesday?
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Okay.
Tuesday the 15th, that gives us a good 10 days like we like to have to get some traction on the webinar itself, the next one.
That fast tracks something I have to do because the whole Infusionsoft campaign needs to be.
15th.
Yeah, it's still from last year. So okay.
Okay, cool. So then what does Petra need in all of this? I mean, because ideally she would be doing organic postings and everything is leading to the next webinar. So we know right now everything's leading to Wednesdays. And then after that, we've got one Monday. So I don't know, Jonathan, if normally you would change, you know how you used to change the covers based on events?
Absolutely.
She's going to change the cover and make sure she's linking up to the right page. So I think Lynn is in charge of giving, I know we're saying it out loud, but she'll need logistically things from Lynn.
Yeah.
The right link of where they're going.
Yeah.
And after Monday, she needs to sprinkle in stuff to lead.
I personally haven't seen the rollout calendar at all. I don't know if Petra has. But if you could send it again, just in case, because I don't know if I've even seen it in an email. So.
All right.
And then I can at least, I have a working knowledge as well, because it's not, I have Petra and Paige, and that they sort of tag team each other as we help out depending on the day and who's doing what. So I want to make sure they're both in the same loop.
Okay.
Petra schedules a lot, and then we add to it with Instagram and so on each day as well. So we should have, at the very least, we should have a different link on your Instagram to the sign up for the event and so on, which I don't think we have.
One thing that we have as an opportunity is the Facebook event. Petra did make an upcoming event for Feel Great Selling.
September, though, right?
It's like, it's like a Facebook here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's the Facebook event called Feel Great Selling where people can click if they're interested. And my understanding is that there's a big opportunity there for people to start saying that they're going. So every time we post, they're getting information and their friends are seeing that they're going.
Yeah.
But I also haven't said anything to Petra or Lynn about content for that section, the page.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
We have a bazillion video testimonials, photos. I mean, we have content coming out our eyeballs, so she could stick in there from last year.
Yes. And you got lots of pictures as well from the event from Stacy and stuff as well, right?
Right. And as of right now, there's 2 people going and 1 person interested in the event.
And one of those is me.
And the other one's me.
So I'm glad we're going because we're both speaking.
Yeah.
The speakers will be going.
I don't think you're allowed to have an event where there's more speakers than attendees. So.
Yeah, I don't want to boost to that.
You think it's funny now?
Yeah.
Until I have to pay the hotel bill.
No.
And is it the same place as last time in Del Mar?
No, we're at the Rancho Bernardo Inn.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ooh, I like it
We
there.
also paid a lot more for it.
I'll bet.
It's really
What's
nice.
the goal for the event? How many people?
100.
100.
How many did you actually have at Del Mar? Was it 40?
Del Mar, we had 50, including the round table.
And how are you tracking compared to then? Like how many people are enrolled now based on?
We have
Timeline.
more registrations earlier this time, but the last 2 weeks I haven't done basically none. So some of our sponsors did really good a couple weeks ago, but I haven't been doing anything. I've been focused so much on the eWomen thing that I haven't been speaking but I have a whole bunch of speaking stuff coming up.
Cool.
I mean, we really have to, something has to happen. Like we need some big affiliate partners and some really killer ads to convert to hit that 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, so I will say that as far as the ads, I mean, they're pretty cold. So just know that there wasn't a lot of, I mean, we always want to go as warm as possible, but the reality is we put them wherever they were working, and that meant cold, meaning there wasn't a lot of warmth yet, right? Because you're still building the list, and when the audience is small, it doesn't pick up the traction. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, because we put in your list and start retargeting and creating lookalikes of who actually did something or watched one of your videos. We're doing all of that, but if it's small, we are trying to get more people and creating lookalikes to reach more people because we want them to have traction. So it's still not like super warm yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I know. So anyway, I know that's the key, and your partners, of course, and any of your speaking is going to be the more video. I know you have schedule, and anywhere they can meet you is going to be the best thing we can possibly do, because that's where we're going to pick up some traction. So
what do you mean exactly?
Well, your videos, right? Like I know you're going to do some Facebook Live, and keep doing Facebook Lives, because the video, whenever they meet you on video, they're more likely to take an action, right?
Oh, yeah.
And of course, it shows up, more people are seeing it when you're doing some sort of Facebook Live. If there's anything else you're recommending, Jonathan, that we want to capture here, that's what I know, right? Like, obviously you've got your list, we're doing events. The more they can meet you, the more
Have you got some Facebook Lives lined up with other people who have been to your other events, Jen? Because you were to get, obviously, Molly, and maybe me and Diane, I mean, all people who are so good already, talking about the difference of working with you has made, and it all started by showing up at an event.
Okay.
I think you can get a lot of power out of those.
Yes. On my page? Do lives on my page with them? Okay.
Yeah, so you'd have to go to Be Live TV rather than just Facebook or Zoom. Which you're using right now?
I have Zoom.
Yeah.
That's not too. What's the positioning for this video where I'm just telling my person to share about how great I am?
I think it's more around. It's not about how great you are. It's just the benefit of being in your aura of wisdom, and just how your laser coaching just is so on point, and how there were so many opportunities during the live event that you would just spotlight people at the mic, and suddenly you'd speak into them, like Sandra was doing at eWomen, which was just like, oh my God, here she comes. And it was like the room was just waiting for some genius to happen. Was that your idea? Anyway, you had to be there. But those elements...
I know what my players' strengths are.
those elements are huge. So you don't want a bait and switch to the thing at all, but just a number of people that could just speak to that, even like...
I know. I can say... you were at the event. Would you mind sharing, for people who are interested or curious about coming, what it was like for you, and how some of the, what did you get from the event? How did the laser coach? What was your favorite part? That kind of thing. Okay, I can do that easy.
Yeah. And we can use some of that with ads.
Jennifer talking head. Then it's a lot more depth, and it's quantifiable, because then people are like, well, if it works for her, why can't it work for me? And you've got lots of pictures too from the event of you with other people and you on the stage. So I think I'd like to sort of start incorporating a lot of those real pictures into your posts, rather than just quotes and graphics and stuff, that we could really help people visualize what it looks like to see you on stage in all your lovely dresses and interacting with people. I mean, I did one the other day that Petra did for me just to start promoting the event. It was just 4 pictures of me at the event. I don't know if you saw it. But me with Dr. Peter and me with a couple of other people, just showing the fun and the energy of being there for 3 days. We could do a lot of those. Okay.
Easy.
Petra knows exactly what I'm talking about because she did it. Okay.
I have a lot of video. There's certain Facebook Lives that in the past I've boosted, like some of the best ones that had gotten the most organic traffic. So I don't know if there's anything to do with those, but there they are. Like some of them have, 2,400 views and things like that. So
maybe I'd have to go back and watch what you said.
Okay.
Recycle.
Anyway, those are there. I did that on purpose. I didn't know what I was doing it for. I just knew that they were good, and so I had people watch them. And then I started. noticing a lot more people watching other videos. So
Yes.
they're there.
And then we got to get this into your LinkedIn too. So
Okay.
we're writing on LinkedIn and embedding these videos into it.
Okay, so just to recap, you're for right now, organically in the social media plan, everything's leading up to the webinars, and I know right now you're prepping for what will she be posting, so she knows in advance, and paying attention to these Facebook Lives that'll be happening that are going to have call to action straight to event, right? And those are going to happen like the moment you right after you do your one on the 26th. Once events are over, everything's about just register. It's time to register, right? I just want to make sure the game plan wise, and then we get to keep an eye out of how to support that with ads.
So you're saying, so basically after the 26th and 30th, which is of August, those are the calls, which are preview calls where I'm inviting them to register into the event.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, then everything is going to be, all the ads and the organic stuff will say, buy your ticket, buy your ticket, buy your ticket.
Right. And in fact, we would do ads that would use some of these great testimonial ones I'm seeing on your page. Like we would do ads like that. So like it's time to register, or whatever is going away, right? Early birds going away. Do you have that somewhere where you have a timeline that says, here's when it's expiring? That is something simply that can be.
We do, right, Lynn? That's the launch timeline?
Well, we have it in the content map, which has timeline details, but it's a much bigger document than that, so I can condense that down to something.
Yeah, that way we all have, Petra has it. If we're all on the same page of like what's going away, because there's always that limiter of like, here's where the focus is, so people are not confused. Like there's event posts and there's event, free event over here and free training. We want these things to get traction, even though, my heart's pounding about the timeline and the 100-person goal. Not to put pressure, I just feel like
no pressure, Maribel.
I just feel like, oh my gosh, it's around the corner. But I always know that to have a clear call to action for anybody that's following you, they need to know like what's happening and where are we getting, where are we leading them, so it doesn't feel like, oh, go over here and go over there and go, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I know it has to be
totally
with
right. Absolutely.
Jonathan and Petra as far as what's on your page, right? The cover, the timeline cover, don't you change that real time? Where you need to go.
Yeah, we can totally do that. Yeah.
Okay.
To reflect.
Luckily, I know Jonathan's game plan too. I'm familiar with.
100%. It's just honestly, I'm not in that loop. I was not in that loop, which I'm really glad I am now on this call. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that anybody needs?
Fast.
I feel I feel pretty clear, like overall, and I know Lynn's going to share like more of a particular time, like dates.
I'm actually messaging Petra as we're talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, Lynn, the launch time.
I'm unclear on that. So are we saying that until the last preview call or / webinar is, which is August 26th, we're not doing
30th.
any promotion of Feel Great Selling? It's all just about driving people to the preview calls, because that's not driving immediate sales. I mean, you're still going to have a slump because the preview call drives people to strategy sessions. It doesn't drive.
The first one for this one, but the next one's driving to on the 26th, it's driving straight to the event sales, right? The sales.
Oh, okay, so that means August 26th, which is that first call. That's the first call that's going to drive people. So we've still got 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, Jennifer, when you're not actively promoting people buying tickets for Feel Great Selling, because what you're doing is you're promoting exclusively these webinars. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I want to be clear on that, 'cause that to me doesn't make sense, but maybe I'm not a social media person.
Well, I think I don't know. You tell me what you think, Maribel. I mean, that's why I think the Facebook event, there's actually a thing called an event in Facebook. I think posting content to that and sharing it, in addition to the posts and the ads that are promoting the upcoming webinar, is really handy, because I can tag speakers and people who are attending in those Facebook event posts
still needs
that
to
I
be
can't
activity
do
for people to find. Yes.
Right.
But here's the thing, we have to fill these calls, or else that's the highest potential for somebody to like love Jennifer and register. Most people don't just find a page and decide to register if they've not had an interaction. So definitely that's why we want the Facebook Lives. We need to fill these actual events. That's where we're sending everybody to get involved in these events, and then they're getting value, and now they want to register. Now, yes, if there's other ways for you to speak or get exposure, I understand the urgency because it's right around the corner. So if you're speaking, I know you just got booked, if there's ways for you to speak, or I don't know if you have some targeted warmer people that know of event that you can email that, hey, do you know that registration is open? I think it's happening in one of your strings, that people know there's an early bird, you've built it in, that, you know, wherever you're warm, those people can start registering. They know you have an event, or, you know what I mean? You might even have a past bucket that last year's people that were in the bucket that know and they've heard of this. So I understand the urgency. I don't want to say nobody should know and we keep it a secret until the event. We just have to kind of maximize that cold traffic needs to meet you, and then they all of a sudden they love you or not, and they register or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think Lynn is wondering. So I think Lynn is wondering as far as like in terms of Petra's posting.
yes,
She not posting about the event itself, except for about Feel Great Selling itself, except for in the Facebook event for Feel Great Selling, because all of the posts that she makes on the main page are for whatever is the next part of the funnel.
Got it. So then, Jonathan, if you want to speak into that a little bit, so that that part is clear for Petra and for Lynn as far as strategy there.
Yeah, because I'm going to send her this video straight after this.
Okay.
So she'll go straight through it
So
tonight.
do you feel like that's the best way for her to maximize, is just be clear? Sorry, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, I know. It's
Yeah,
just,
what's your feeling?
I don't want to not get people to buy a ticket for the event like right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have a stream of the event parallel to this too. Otherwise, we're pushing it down to the wire in late August for 4 weeks, and really they could be knowing and booking that right now, though, surely.
Yeah. Well, what's the best way for Petra to lay this out in a way that's clear? Like, what's your recommendation?
So we've got the call on Wednesday, and I'm going to further call on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you're offering some strategy sections. And then what's on the 26th again? Sorry?
Another preview call.
Mm-hmm.
Another preview. So it's the same messaging, just 3 times.
It's a different title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but effectively.
Similar message.
Title and a
Similar.
different thrust afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but between like Wednesday and the 26th, we've got 2 and a bit weeks
Mm-hmm.
that we don't want to just be talking about sending people to the next preview call.
Mm-hmm.
We should be interspersing it with testimonies from people from the last event and seeding that and having some interviews as we go along that, just really building some buzz around that event knowledge and know-how as well, I would say.
Okay. Well, that's where Petra needs to know, right? Like, you're on that end. I know for us, we're just doing paid ads to fill these events as best we can.
Yeah.
And they're kind of cold, so they need to meet her, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's reaching beyond her warm, which is your page and what Petra's doing.
Yeah.
So they hopefully will complement each other.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my calendar over on my wall here. So. Yeah, 'cause
How
if I was
are
doing for event, I'd
your-
be wanting to have it on my schedule like now,
Yeah.
realistically.
Are your Facebook Lives that you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Jennifer, are they starting to shift more and more to focus about the event, or are they still sort of your changing topics? Because again, that fills the social media calendar as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always do my Facebook Live on a topic that's related to what people are going to want to learn at the event.
Okay.
Like today, I did a talk about how to know if your offer was clear and compelling, and my call to action was to come onto my live preview call on Wednesday. And so I'm doing the same thing that Maribel is doing. So every time I'm doing the live, my call to action is for whatever is the next full length call I'm going to do. The only thing I'm not sure, Maribel, is because it's 2.5 weeks between the first set of preview calls and the second set of preview calls,
Mm-hmm.
what we want them to do in that time. Maybe just, who knows? download my
think you
book
can.
or?
Well, I wonder if I would maximize kind of what Jonathan was talking about as maybe
Well,
we
that's when I
tap
could do
into.
the.
Let's have you just start focusing straight on the event. Now, yeah, when there's a few days, hey, there's a free training happening on the 26th, but everything in between can be you focused on, let's get them to event, because you can warm them up like it's a webinar.
God,
You know what I mean?
kidding.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's that?
And have some men and women in those
Yeah.
too, because there was quite a few guys that like Frank. He seemed to get a lot out of the event, and even Kerry. Just some like normal people rather than just the very polished females.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of, with respect, bricks and mortar guys that could so benefit from your stuff that may look at it and just think high ticket sales, sexy women, it's not for me. You know? Do you know what I mean?
I do.
A lot of real people need your stuff, not just
Maybe.
the celeb.
So maybe starting Tuesday, really, that's, once we've done the Monday webinar, beginning as early as Tuesday, everything you do on Facebook Live is all about getting people to event.
Okay.
And then, so, I think I would start to bring in your skill sets that you do with, whether it's coaching people who are showing up, the Facebook Lives, I know, and Jonathan, you can tell me how you think it's best for her to sprinkle, but 20 minutes or so teaching. Some days could be teaching and get to event. Like you're doing many webinars. Those work to convert. I've converted cold people in a 20-minute Facebook Live that's never heard of me because of that video, right? The video of getting to meet you, they love you or not.
Real tangible examples of people that have taken your stuff, applied it, and absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Yes.
So then I want them to go to the sales page.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can do that. I could do it probably every day. I could find somebody that would talk with me for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're doing training, you've got case study, and then as you know, anybody that's showing up live and acknowledging them, those are the people who buy, right? You want to bring in anybody who's connecting, tagging whoever. I know this is Jonathan. We both are, I love marketing. So any way we can complement and
Totally. I love this. This is awesome. Even if you're walking along the beach with Stacy and Rhonda and you just pull Stacy to one side or Rhonda to one side and just say, hey, you were at my event and this is totally unrehearsed. Just tell me how it was for you. And then people say, oh my gosh, Jennifer, you kidding? We're sitting there, you look straight into my eyes. It's like you got to my very soul, and the one thing that I was struggling with, you fixed in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I walked out of there feeling like $1 million. The next time I did my strategy call with somebody, I sold a high ticket $15,000 product that I was struggling to sell for $3,000. That's the difference your event made for me.
Mm-hmm.
That story alone will work.
Okay.
You can come up with tons of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. Now this feels like a party. That's what we want.
Now we're having
a party happening. You need to get there, right?
This is how we do.
Yes. Okay,
And
good. This is good.
The links that I give to Petra in order to drive them to opting into the preview call, you want me to give them the cloned lead page link, not the Facebook ad links, because that will throw off your stats, correct?
Wait, you lost me. I thought we're talking live event. What are you? You're talking about the ones right now.
The preview call, yeah.
Yes.
The webinar.
Yes.
Because there are two versions of each of the pages of the webinar.
Okay.
One of which is the Facebook ad version, and one of which is where we're driving her own list.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're able to compare the statistics. So, but because Facebook posts is somewhere in between a live list, like your own internal.
You can use. It's not going to mess us up. The more people that go, the better, right? And that has the pixel, so it doesn't hurt us in any way.
You know where it's coming from with the pixel anyway.
No. Okay, Jennifer, maybe that's a question then for you, because I know that you are looking at the cost-benefit ratio for both streams. So do you have a preference as to which landing page where they can opt into the preview call that Petra promotes on your Facebook page?
So Lynn, so Maribel, it's basically we've been trying to track our ROI from ads.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think we have another link for that page that's not. Oh, I know what she can do. All she has to do is set up social media as an affiliate. And then everything that comes in that Petra, she could actually, Petra
I
can
don't
make
even have to do that. So, because there is the cloned preview call, like the same PS where we say invite a friend, share this with a friend, where we have that URL, it drives them to, it's not the front end pretty, it's the back end. Yeah, but it works.
Yeah.
Doesn't require an affiliate.
Okay. As long as it's the right page, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll double check. If not, you could set it up as an affiliate.
Yeah, Petra could just be an affiliate and she could use a unique link. And every time that one gets converted, I don't know if it matters that much. Yeah, I guess it probably does because one is organic traffic and the other is paid traffic.
And then with hers, we want to send her to that pretty one with Jennifer. Warm people go there. We're doing cold. They don't care about that picture because there's no meaning yet. But your warm people do, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know which one I'm talking about. The partner one, the best one that with her in orange, very clean, nice, quick and concise. You know which one? Lynn?
I know which
It was
one
like
you're
getting 78% conversion on it or something.
Yeah, that was email, not preview calls. So if we're
There should have been the one that had masterclass. It was. Oh no, you're right. It was the ebook.
but we didn't create because we
One
were not
for
our
yeah.
affiliate. We were not sending affiliates.
Yeah.
We were asking to promote the ebook,
Okay.
not directly to the webinar.
Got it. Well, then use the one that's the clean beige. The blue page is not performing as well as the beige page.
Well, we are gonna need to create a page that affiliates can promote to for the webinar anyway, because Maribel is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna need that page.
Yeah, so that's another issue. Yeah. So
You got it all straight? I sure don't.
I'm waiting for that timeline, but I think I have it all straight. That's a lot. It's a lot for a Monday afternoon.
I was going to say, Lynn, the launch timeline in the folder is pretty complete, so you could send her some version of that. It's just really simple. It's like when the preview calls are, when the Q&A calls are, when the discounts go away. It's just
yeah, perfect.
Which document? That's sort of
that. No, not the content. This one. This one.
Okay, because I never used that one. Sorry.
Well, this is the one I use because it doesn't have as much detail on it.
I'm all about the detail.
I'll take the one with the minimal detail too.
Okay, cool.
All right, folks. Got it. I'll.
Okay, I just have one last thing. Images, those images on the Facebook page, they look great. The registration's now open. Those case study ones, I think those come from Petra. Is there a way for us to be included? Because we may want to use some of those as far as coming up. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be Paige that makes them. But we'll get them done in the next couple of days.
Okay, cool. Yay. All right, I think we're good. Everybody good?
Much better.
Yeah, now it's starting to feel like a party. Well, I will tell you, I was telling Maribel this morning, I had somebody found our sales page and paid full price last week who was not in the funnel at all. We don't even know how they got there, but they got to somewhere and clicked that sales page. So awesome. We're going to have to give the credit to social media because there's no affiliate link and there's no free gift opt-in. They just bought the ticket.
Mm-hmm. Well, everything kind of works hand in hand. If they see something and they like it, they're going to go to your page, hopefully, and like it. And you know what I mean? I feel like everything works hand in hand. It's hard to pinpoint an exact.
And we know it's worth it at full price.
Right?
They paid full price. I'm like, it is worth it at full price.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.